title. We're going to work with it. And it's called, Is It Worth It? And this is basically, first of all, happy birthday, well, honors to your soul of return to Christopher Wallace, B.I.G. Let's get it. Million dollar us. You know what I mean? Shoot. Started off in Bed-Stuy, from a mother from Jamaica, flying flamboyant early on, you know, straight off the. If anybody ever saw the video of Biggie just rhyming at a young age with the flat top, man, it's a wonderful thing. And just the love of the music and staying with it, of course, through the harshness, the roughest of times. Bed-Stuy is definitely no joke at all, and it eats the weak. It definitely does, especially around the days coming up in the game, or, just coming up in hip hop itself. He was born in '71, and getting that look. Everybody wants that look when it comes to the block parties. As you see behind me, everybody plays a part. Everybody from the onlooker behind the fence, to the main man on the DJ booth, and roper, roping everything around. The person carrying the crates, everybody has a position. The b-boy, the graffiti writer, everybody. And we're approaching the 50th year. Well, I mean, we're here now, right? Just don't get it twisted. We're here now. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. We're here now. But we also seen coming of age acts not properly fulfill, their dreams and get their legacy off, the way they should. And I asked the question, is it worth it? People put this persona on hip hop like it has to be ultra aggressive and hard, and the New York sound is just like, you gotta punch somebody in the gut, throw them on the ground. And the reality is that's not how it started, and that's not how it progressed and jumped to the levels that it did. I mean, true, that's the obvious attitudes, but as artists, we're supposed to see, different perspectives. And when you have this cookie cutter mentality, you got this cookie cutter attitude about going about this show business, the showmanship and entertainment of hip hop, plus the business, which we're going to go into a little bit further. We see how the business has, basically sucked the juice out of the fruit of hip hop. Not so much that it's on its last legs or anything like that. It's progressing and flourishing more than ever. But we want to see some of our favorite artists, that may have a little pointed information about their lifestyle. We want to see them grow and prosper into their fruition. And definitely not have others from, I would dare say, outside the loop of the culture. And there's a certain type of culture that's going on, and mix the two. It's a bad look. It's not fair to hip hop when you see these characters, basically play the street culture out to the point where you start to mistake one for the other, and that's been the problem. It's been a problem for those living in the streets, and it's been a problem for those living in the rap world. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I say there's a difference between rap and hip hop. Rap is something you readily see. That's the marketable side that gets all the covetousness, all the acclaim. Usually into the rapping, style, style enthusiast. What the hell is that? Record label work, which is, business industry rule number 4080. You already know. Willing to do whatever they can to take as much from the artist, all types of creative control, all types of intellectual property, give them a couple of dollars, they can run up their arm and do whatever. Get paid from shows, do what you can in the arenas if you can get that. But never to the full capacity of balancing that artist and, properly grooming as we once used to do in music, Going back to B.I.G., coming up rough, still have fly rhymes, impressed upon by people like Big Daddy Kane, Coogee Rap, Father MC, Heavy D. And I mentioned Heavy D for a particular reason, not just because of the old way lover and, the type of energy that Heavy D brought. And, salute to Heavy D all day long. Rest your soul. Trouble T-Boy. Shouts out to G-Wiz. And yeah, he was just a phenomenal entertainer all the way. He was able to go in different levels of this hip hop thing, of playing fields, and rhyme with everybody. From Janet Jackson to Coogee Rap. And this is what, and Heavy D didn't compromise his integrity. He was who he was, and he stood firm on his personality, and this is what carried over into Big, curating what's going on in the hip hop world around him. Started off really rough, but think about it. He was unemployable. He was dedicated to his craft. He had a young child that he had to basically raise and look after. And he wasn't doing too well, so he turned to the streets. This is the allure of the street culture, and these are the things that happen. Not to say that there's an excuse. There's always, like I said, don't be mad, UPS is hiring. Yeah, it's easy to say, you know what I'm saying? And that's true, but if you want to live a particular type of lifestyle, you do extra things. And these extra things don't necessarily sit in a productive manner. They're actually destructive to the community, to families. But we brush that to the side just to get that small win. The small win is a small window to new opportunities if you can survive. And sometimes you just gotta be as vicious as those that sent you out there amongst these packs of wolves. It's just that simple. And for somebody, to come from a more structured background, with a more affluent history, talk about it is very disturbing. Very disturbing. It's like people walking to a zoo. And it's sad that I have to say it like that, but that's the clearest analogy I can give. Clear, so you can see how predatory that is. And not to say that it's predatory in a way like, I don't feel bad for them. They're making a personal decision, that's a business decision, to feed their families as well. And if we were a little more tight with our operations, these things wouldn't go on. You guys know what I'm talking about, know what I'm talking to. And that's why we feel a certain way. Especially if you're a creator of certain events. You're a creator of these great songs and verses that came from your heart. That came from your heart. That came from your experience. You know, this is what Big was talking about. The last song on his first album, Ready to Die, Suicidal Thoughts. You know, because he's giving up. But I don't want to go there because I'm a piece of, it ain't hard for you to tell. You know, what I want to do, live with the goody goodies. You know, because he's so immersed in this culture that he may be getting the last bit of little love from. The last little bit of love. You know, and everybody knows, okay, your mother loved you, right? You may have some family members that love you. You may have some people that's outside. And this is where, you know, the escapism of hip hop is a great thing. And no, not everybody lives their lyrics. Sorry. Yet. There are people that live too much of their lyrics. Or rather, they would say too much in their lyrics that they've lived. Let's go with Slick Rick. Another one of B.I.G.'s Russian Soul favorite artists. Because the storytelling capabilities. You know, Slick Rick's flair for telling the story was just like smooth. It was effortless. He's somebody you wanted to sit and listen to. And you know, it just was so smooth, and you know, you think it was the English accent, and it was all that. There's exoticness, you know. And then he approaches you as a man of character, you know. And he wasn't no pushover. You don't wear what Slick Rick wore in jewelry or clothing and think this guy is a pushover at all. And he proved that almost to, you know, the stoppage of his career. Think about that. We would have had Slick Rick without the jail time, which was a pretty long stint. And then the deportation on top of that. Man, that can really, you know, stop your creative juices, stop your flow of things. And he was the go-to guy for, you know, party type vibe, you know, message work, hey young world, you know. And this is what propelled Big to make a song called It's Done Changed, because it did. You know, we're talking about Machine Gun Funk, we're talking about Give Me the Loot. And I'm just, you know, honest to the solo return of B.I.G. Where we at with it? Where we at? Honest to the solo return of B.I.G. So growing up in Best I wanted to make a rough journey a little smoother. He dedicated himself to his craft, got with some peoples, you know, 50 grand, rest his soul, good DJ. You know, they did their thing. And basically made his crew, Junior Mafia. You know, heads from around the way that he knew. Anybody from Sheik Delvec to D-Rock, you know, all the cats. And of course, you know, Little C's, Banger, you know these guys. Brisk, Mr. Soul to Brisk. And made this thing work for him. So we can get ourselves out the street life into, you know, a better way of living. Listen to what I'm saying right there. You get out of the situation of drama, looking over your shoulder, the corruption, having to, you know, basically lay something out, the potential of it. After his first charge with the gun, and it's all documented. Don't get it twisted. I'm not doing all that. And that's another thing when it comes to responsible journalism. Get what's documented first. If it's an open case and you find out, I won't say open case. If it's something that's provocative and you find out about it, there's ways to go about it to be a journalist. You want to get all sides. You want to find as many characters as a part of it, so no one feels offended. No one feels offended when you go about the. Anyway, after the Binghamton situation, he knew that he can't have one foot in, one foot out. Then look at what happened with Slick Rick. That one foot in, one foot out thing, you're gonna have to prove something, some way. Along the lines, you're gonna have to be what you talk about in the lyrics. And this is where a lot of contention, happens. Think about the people that's around on his peers coming up. We're coming up out of that stage of MCing where things were like more mystical and more creative vibes. I would say more, not whimsical, but very theatric. I do what this, like everything was like. Oh man, Doggy Diamonds, shouts to Doggy Diamonds, and anybody that came from Doggy Diamonds crowd over here, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate you rocking out with me. Let me give you a round of applause. You guys are great. Doggy Diamonds is just, Brooklyn style, you know what I'm saying, best style, salute to the middle of the style, Clinton Hill, all that. And, it's peers. I remember Third Eye, you got the Mobb Deeps, and this when he first switched over from Poetic Prophets, AZ and Nas, Smooth the Hustler. You got heads out here doing it. Boot Camp Clique. And this is just Brooklyn I'm talking about. Just Brooklyn and Queens right now we're just talking about. We're not even talking about like Big L, Mace. Well, Mace wasn't even rocking like that right now. At this time, there were Children of the Corn. Big L was the biggest one out the crew at that time. You got coming up was Cam, Herb McGruff. You got that's that 139 crew. Then you got in the Bronx, you got the actual, Boogie Down Productions. Just Ice has been doing it. You got people like King Son. New York was bubbling with all this different talent. And then we got people from out of state that was rocking. Oh, don't forget Kwame, because people say that he took the thing from Kwame. No, it's just like people switched. Things done changed, right? People switched everything from their fashion and the lovable rhymes, that was lighthearted. Even with the Biz stuff. Biz Markie was rocking crazy. Wherever you go, you hear Biz Markie. Rest your soul, Biz Markie. Thank you for your contribution. Rest in power and paradise. And, Kwame still was dope. He makes beats. He was a prodigy. Not prodigy to MC, but he was a music prodigy. He's from the lineage of Max Roach. His rhymes on the rhythm was dope. What's the other joint? This the man you all love. I think his name is Kwame. All that stuff was hot. But everybody switched. We went from Grand Nubian to NWA very quick. We went from Public Enemy to NWA very quick. And I just found out, and I kind of knew it too, but it was confirmed, thanks to Harry Allen, that Chuck D, when he woke MF, Mother F, him and John Wayne, Elvis and John Wayne, he went to say that because someone disrespected Jim Brown. And Jim Brown, rest his soul, a recent transition of the elder. Thank you for your contribution. He did the American project for at-risk youth. It was a national program, but they're based out in the West. and he never slid away from any hard task of social awareness and activism. So we give a double clap for Jim Brown on his transition as an ascendant ancestor. See, look. And this is all that we ask as, older statesmen in the hip hop generation. I'm an older statesman, right? I'm still pretty young, but I'm an older statesman. Don't get it twisted. We seen hip hop in its transformations, and we want to be able to see our elder artists, still be able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Still be able to make money off their catalogs. For years, these artists were getting tossed around, raked, R-A-K-E-D. They get raked. Everything gets raked from them. All the sheets, all the leaves, all the paper. And it's unfortunate because these same people, that they're getting this money from, they have families to feed. And, some people did mess up the bread. Can't lie, but it's not like you were looking out for them in their best interest. It's straight business, I guess, right? Straight business. While there's a whole lifestyle, there's a whole life, not even a lifestyle. There's a whole life going on with this person. And it goes to show, of course, nobody really cares. So is it worth it? Is it worth it to disrespect people 2 blocks away from you with real weapons, real weapons, to satisfy a label that only wants to take your money, even after you get incarcerated or you perish? Think about that. This is what the whole map out is. We're gonna get our money regardless, right? This the power of the internet and streaming farms and downloading. This dude is hot right now because not because he can rhyme real good. We're gonna see who can really rhyme real good in a few. I got some artists queued up. But because of what we can get from them, from their exploits in the street culture, we graft a business from them, give them pennies, and raking in the dough. Wow, this person's family is out there, no estate. There's a bunch of cars and some glittery belts and a chain around. Right? You would think if the company really cared and the guy had a child or something like that, there'll be a college fund set up, boom, right away. Oh, you signed into the label? All right, cool. You got any children? All right, bet, you're going to make, lots of money. We're going to help you make lots of money because it's going to make us lots of money. It's going to bring more people to our label. So, boom, make sure kids got health care, financial planning, and colleges, if they want to go to that, if they want to. Just that little bit of a program is great. Just a little bit of that. And y'all don't want to hear that. As long as they're talking about something that's seedy, dark, on the edge. You got 2 young brothers, very talented. They might do the rest of their lives, amongst others. There's crazy others. You're going to do the rest of their lives in jail at a young age. And the young man, TK. You heard of him. Yeah. Product of the environment. So to the point where he was even on the run making stuff, making rhymes on the run, which is so hip hop, right? No, it's so street culture. Oh, is it the one and the same? No, it's not. No, it's not. People hide in hip hop. People hide in rap, not hip hop. People hide in rap because a lot of the stuff that you may talk about don't necessarily do in the street. Not at all. That's the imagination. That's the imagination. That's the illusion. The imagination is working. That's the spell to bring people in. It ain't all sweet like that, and it's not all action and adventure. You living in the streets is a struggle. It's a day to day. You may not get what you're supposed to get back. You may be shorted. You may, have to sit on something for a long time. You may need a new market. And now you gotta, be destructive to these next people. Because it's competitive. I'm gonna go back to B.I.G. But I remember Havoc said one time in a rhyme, no matter how much loot I get, I'm staying in the projects forever. When I first heard that, I was like, dang, that's a hard ass bar right there. That's some, he about the hood, man. He don't even believe that, man. He know better. It's not, see, it was good to say on the front lines, but once you get to a point where you're feeding your family and you want better for them, you want better for yourself. Oh no, this line will not do right now. And you say, why would you say that in the first place? You're actually gonna put the battery in somebody's back to say this is how I want to live too. And they like, I don't care how much I'm getting. I'm here right forever, yo. This the building right here, 127, yo. And they stick by it because some people are not savvy enough, and the time might not be on their side. The time might not be on their side like that. So yeah, people do hide in rap. Not to say it's him, but there's people that do. There's people that hide in the street culture. They're inadequate anywhere else. So being rough and aggressive is something they have to do. And we immediately go to archetypes like Suge Knight, right? And what he displayed was a level of intelligence to the point that I'm gonna get somebody that's gonna handle this stuff legally, and I'm gonna be the big bad monster on the side with the cigar to let you know, no, we're gonna, it's sophisticated mugging. We're gonna do some sophisticated mugging out here, but we're also gonna help artists. That's the key. Keep their balance. Helped a lot of artists get out of bad deals, spread a global network. Was able to get more money from their work than previously projected. Yeah, it's good. But you better, not you gotta, you better do what I ask of you. Is that business? Is it worth it? Is it worth, and I like this line too. I'm gonna go back to it right after this. I forgot who said it. I think it was Lloyd Banks. When he said about Sheik Luch mentioned one. Get my advance sprint on Branson. It was dope. Branson, salute to you. It was dope. There's an investment on the street level tip. And it's a line, it's a bar. But how many people have done that? Another line was decorate the basement full of street sweepers. That's Lloyd Banks on a freestyle joint. killed it. Fly line, like, yeah, but that's the mindset, street culture. First of all, you want to do something that nobody else has done, right? You're going to be fly with it. Not only going to fly with it, you know what I'm saying? I got a mean team. You got to have a mean team. Like, my cats is hungry. They out here. They ready for it. Whatever it is, we ready for it. Then you put yourself out there. The glitteriest chain. You got the glitteriest. You got the glitteriest. What's going on? And that's what other people gravitate to. They like your style. They like, how you deliver it. And, that's how the moves are getting made. So you develop this network of people you can rock with. But, you also have real enemies out there. And sometimes your enemies are not really your enemies. They're somebody else's enemies, but they're coming for you. And not you. Ease up a little bit. Just ease up. Inheriting beef. Just because who you are and where you come from. And they're doing so damn good. They're doing it so damn good they want it. So you gotta put that battery in your back, you know what I'm saying, that arm on your chest, walk out here with your helmet, you know what I'm saying, helmet of wisdom, forward thinking, and be like, you know what, is it worth it? Got a seed to feed. Got a family to feed. I have moves I want to make to solidify my legacy. I definitely want to get back what I put in. Of course it's worth it. Of course. But then not everybody wants to be like a Tech 9. Salute out there. Salute the out there. J. Cole. Top Dog. Entertainment. With Kendrick Lamar. Joey Badass with Pro Era. Duck Down or Buckshot, Drew Ha. Where you can still make music, still maintain your hardcore value, street credibility, and still keep balanced business with a good return. No. That national broadcast is something else. That national money, right? So what you do is go somewhere, that it's an imprint that has several other people incarcerated and unfortunately offed, boxed, perished on their label. And then there's no type of insurance for their families. See, the thing with Big is that, his mother was in his life and she was very astute and vocal about most of the steps. He also had a good team of people that would stand by him. And, for the most part, Puffy took care of him. He knew the cash cow. Puffy took care of him. He started to find his chops. His sound started being more refined. His lyrics, was on some I want to live type stuff. I want to live. So it went from Ready to Die to Life After Death. Life After Death of the last album, the previous character that he was, portraying, into a new way of life. You know what I'm saying? Where, I got a legacy to fulfill. You know what I'm saying? Even trying to work out things. But unfortunately, and it's not just beef, it's the greed and it's the envy. It's the envy, man. I'm gonna try one time to get this stream, y'all, right? I'm gonna try. Those that want to hit me on the line, if you got my number, you can do that too. I'll work with that. You know what I'm saying? But for the real, I was going to chill. I was going to chill. I definitely was going to chill, yo. And this needed to be done. I had to do this. Oh goodness, this. Oh. I got you. All right, there you go. All right, for the most part, developing life after death was about getting, like you said, from ashy to classy, and that's what was needed. You know, finally make it. Brooklyn, we did it. Brooklyn, we did it. All right. I mean, I'm just getting this together real quick. Get the invite right. Kicks up. There we go. And amazing run, getting other people on, bringing little Kim as a protege to the front table. Come eat. Little Caesar, Junior Mafia dudes from Bugs, Bugsy ones. The Snakes, the Sixes. Little C's album. You get this is where you get Crush on You. You know what I'm saying? This is where you get this stuff. This is where you get money. And that love for his people and love for the neighborhood brought the neighborhood itself to a new position. Understand? To a new position. Made Bed-Stuy feel something. So when that horrific thing happened in the House of Blues, took everybody, man. Took everybody. You can't be the same after that. You can't. It's almost impossible. The link is in the chat. Come up, talk about it, and just celebrating B.I.G.'s solo return in a great essence. Thank you very much for your contribution, right? But is it worth it? And yeah, it is. But you can do it. Is it worth it to do this street culture thing? You don't really have to do it, do you? Do you? Let's listen to this one group, and I like what they're doing right now. They're just so dynamic and come out the lineage. And I'm not gonna say both. The twins are from Roscos, I believe. Shouts out to the homie Roscos, long time MC. Somebody that would devastate a lot of players on the microphone. The last joint I got was Blasphemy. His album with Apollo Brown was just so amazing. But Roscos itself, Nature the Threat, Assassination, Souls on Ice. Come on, man. Yeah, don't play with Roz. But his youngins eating, they eating heavy, and the other two brothers they got with them, I don't know their names, but I love their style. They're just so magnetic, and they just powerful artists. You're gonna hear a lot about them too. You're gonna see and hear a lot about them. But I was playing JID from Dreamville Camp. Shouts out to J. Cole, Boss, Oven, all those cats, Earth Gang, and JID is just amazing, man. The beats depicts. The rhyme style is just on point. This youngins, man, youngins that they're not talking about how much a slab costs, But if that's your thing, that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? But there is a way to use this opportunity, this window of opportunity as a win, not a loss. That's what I'm saying. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Let's go let's see if I can get this up. Of course, my man, we hustle doing it big. Whoa. I tried to tell you, man. Like the box joint. Let's see the next one. Come on. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
I tried to tell y'all, man. I tried to tell y'all, man. Well, we got it right now, man. You better check them out, man.
Understand me.
Work it. Work it. Work. Oh my God. I ain't never heard no shit like this, man. Big French salute.
Also get his For a Reason album, dope. The War album, very classic material.
I tried to tell y'all, man. Well, we got it right now, man.
Why are you doing this to me now?
I tried to tell y'all, man.
Oh snap! None of this stuff loaded up. You know what? Damn shame. Damn shame. Tell you what. Tell you. Okay. Moving on to big. We lost him 97. March 9th. And has a son and a daughter. And prayers up that they're well taken care of by people that made millions of them. Yeah. That's what we asking for. Is it worth it to the label to be the way they are? Is it always just business with them? Think about young dogs' children. Even think about, of course, Nipsey Hussle's children. Of course, even King Von's children. So many others. This lifestyle, street culture, gets you to a point, where gun violence shouldn't even be a part of it. You should have made it to a point where you can live, survive, and do other ventures. This is why, a lot of us celebrate the older artists. That could have went either way. You don't mention, Nas or Jay-Z or AZ or Ghostface or Ray, without those stories. Joey, Fat Joe. Shoot, Jim Jones, Cameron. You don't mention these Scarface, G-Rap. You don't mention these artists without this backstory that, it could have went somewhere else with it. And I'm sure that they asked the question to themselves. Is it worth it? Putting my life on the line, for real. There's this thing right in front of me that, if I get it right, can make $1 million half dollars real quick. In some people's heads, real quick. In some people's heads. But then you get this chance and opportunity, and I remember Ghostface saying, waiting for the royalty checks takes too long. It's like waiting on babies. That was in the babies, you want to slay these, God, your part. Can It All Be So Simple remix. And this is what people was talking about and battling with, man. You listen to the story of John Forte, who was a prodigy rhymer. He was young doing this, but also a protege. That's what I'm saying. Protege of the great Fugees. That's Wyclef, Lauryn Hill, and Pras Michael. And now you see what's going on with Pras. Wanted to establish himself and live a certain lifestyle after the rap. And This money is being made a certain way. I live a certain way. I have this ambition. People, throwing opportunities at you from left and right. And, you don't look too, closely at the situation. Boom. Now you knee deep, in too deep. But John Forte, he was at the table with Big Pun, rest his soul, DMX, rest his soul, Cannabis, Mos Def. He was at that table. Nori. Oh God, who else was there? There's a few others there too. Just brain fart. There was a cipher that was going on. He was at the table spitting these freestyle rhymes. Cannabis. Come on now. Cannabis was fired at that point. Come on now. He had the word play, the word structure going on. The voice was just crazy at the time, and Cannabis was just like killing it as far as the different freestyles and verse, and like get on the track with you. He's trying to body things, trying to body everything. And this is also, people are structuring this almost like this street character slash, I wouldn't say imagination, but theatrical character. Street character, theatrical character on the mic. Because you have to be a little more extra than others to get the first part of the record or the last part of the record. Everybody's going for the last part of the record. So your voice cadence is different. You're doing different elements, and you can, charge at the Buster. Salute and happy belated birthday to Buster Bus. Yeah, you gotta attribute that to him. You definitely do. Stuff he was doing on Leaders, crazy. If you can jump off the song, and one of the major people that could jump off a song, crazy, was Expected Deck, still is crazy. Then if you can end off the song, like the last person on the joint, Redman, or Headbanger, Big Daddy Kane, and it was a thing between Kane and G-Rap, which one, friendly, it's friendly competition. This is what MCing is about. Like, whose verse would actually be better if it went at the end. Even to the point, shout out to New York, even to the point where, MC Shan had a big, he's supposed to be on a symphony from what I understand. The big thing with that. And they wind up switching him out and come Master Ace, the young gunner. Come on, obliterated the first joint. Oh, you gonna let me eat on the out coming in? Oh yeah, I'm doing what I need to do. Opportunity. So is it worth it? Sometimes it is. I want to show you the new acts. This doggone it video thing is messing. I'm gonna try one more time. I'm gonna be very patient right now. I'm so patient. That started over. Let's see what happens. Rascally rascals. This is how y'all do me? This is how you do me? Shoe program. Can't believe it. I can't even refresh it. Alright. We're gonna do something different. I wanted to show you Coast Contra. Right? But I'm gonna do this like this then. Since everything is popping all crazy. I had a situation with Contra Coast. What? Contra Coast. Coast Contra. See, I'm all over the place. All over the place. Let's go with this one. For profits. See if you can hear it. Huh. Huh. Whew. Woo. Coast. We got acts like that. You got Shea Noir, the Trust Gang with 38 Special. Ransom. He's a little old, been focused. You know what I'm saying? Rock Mars. Got the shorties out there. Oshun, Earth Gang, Afro. I like Afro. See, you don't have to play this persona like you the biggest, thuggiest person alive. Somebody's gonna want to test you. Is one. Two, you're going to be too far gone to actually be an effective artist if you're not focused. Then all that you work for can get put behind bars, in a box, and in somebody else's pocket. They call it posthumous sales. Posthumous. We're going to get into more of the new acts another time. But I definitely want to lay that. Do one more. Where the homie at? Laced it. Ooh. Time on my hand, I go fly out to this. Yeah. Coming up soon. We're gonna get into that group. We're gonna get into Earth Gang. We're gonna get into JID. We're gonna get into No Name. Well, we got some treats out there. And if you check out the previous shows, especially the women's show, we played that, and there was some nice treats. Some nice treats for you, you know what I'm saying? So get involved with that, and understand. Is it worth it? yes and no. It's not worth you getting into something that you can't get out of, or may cost you and your family lives. We've seen too many lives tapped and brought down because of, the bravado and the ego. Then it's because sometimes it's the only shot. So you want to make sure that this shot that you take is at least the most focused shot you can take. At least the most focused. And then, you can, but you gotta be strong in this. You gotta have a strong team. Stay off of social media if you're doing something crazy. Hello? Especially if you got like hundreds of millions of dollars, right? I mean, that would be a smart thing to do, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars, you secure that. Yo, don't put me on camera. We know what we doing right here. Don't put me on camera. See, yeah, that's why I want to have the panel and all that. Don't put me on camera. We're getting this bread, man. What are you doing? We hustling backwards at this point. Hustling backwards. I forgot who said it. Who said it? It wasn't Willie D. Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp on his show. Undisputed with Skip Bayless. He said, yo, you take the average hustler out there and tell him, yo, just stop what you're doing, we're gonna give you $200 million. What do you think he's gonna do? Yo, give me your guns, give me give me your weapons, give me your joints, you know what I'm saying? Your doodle-da-dugs and all that stuff. Throw that to me. I'm gonna give you $200 million. You just, use your talent. Use your talent. Your crime life, don't do it at all. Live, I don't care, whatever. Boom. Matter of fact, they're gonna call you names. They're gonna call you boom, boom, boom. Do that for $200 million. None of people will take that. How the homie say, is you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? None of people would take that. 200 mil not to carry a gun? Oh, how about this? And this was, and I'm gonna end it with this. Going back to B.I.G. when they had talked that gun talk, the gun crack, the gun case. He was really doing it. He was really out here. Look, I got a family to feed. I can't wait for no royalty check. Let's go up here, do this, flip, boom, we back. Got caught with the burn. With his man. His man took the charge. Yo, son, you got a lot to live for. You the one, you the ace. We can't allow you to lose this opportunity. Go for your dreams, I'ma sit. That's your man. That's your man for life. That's the one that you, boom. That's my ace. Yo, fixing too much. All right, I'm out of here. I thank you for coming through. At least you get, some type of wisdom or whatever. Make sure you hit the like when you come in. Hit the like. Yeah, man, let me know. Hit the like button. Let me know how you felt about the show. If you caught the replay, type whatever you gotta type. I don't care what you type in the comments. Now I'm just gonna save everything. Talk about me, whatever. You don't know me like that, and some income coming in. So we're just gonna keep the ball rolling. I thank you. I do this from my heart, and also to inform you of what's going on. So the next one is labels. And shout out to Jizza, because we want to call on the new labels and put them to task. Hip hop turning 50 August. Represent, recognize, and realize we on the block. Stop playing.